Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Excuse the mess in the background and my messy hair and face. I just got back from a sauna and pool recovery session and I'm filming this a few weeks after the fact, but thought it's finally time for me to sit down and fully go over how I raced in the Duke Trophy and analyse my races. I raced 5 races, I think. I only have like 3 or 4 filmed. My dad filmed them and he must have forgotten to film 1 or 2 of them, but I will show you through the ones that I did get on camera and talk you through what I was thinking and feeling in the moment. So if you don't know what the Duke Trophy is, it's a competition in Australia. It was held in Queensland this year for short track speed skating, and I went and represented my state of Victoria, and it was like a team event. So I raced individual races, but any points I accumulated went towards my team Victoria, and we did end up going away with a win, which was amazing. But I thought I'd talk you through individually how I was feeling during each race because I like doing that. I have lots of a whole series of videos like this if you're interested in seeing more, where I just sort of analyze my racing. If you guys want to see more about the Duke Trophy and you want to see like more of a vlog style video, I do have that too. I'll link it up on the screen right now. You can go check that out. But otherwise, let's get straight into analysing how I went. Right, let's get straight into it. So the gun went off. We were off the starting line for the 1500, which was the first race of the Duke Trophy weekend. So here we are coming down the straight. As you can see, there's my friend Nathan ahead of the pack. The pack goes by. I was the last one in blue clinging on to that pack for dear life because I wanted as much as a draft as I could get for this long event. So here we go. Here comes the pack. You can see I'm that last one there. So this was 13.5 laps for the 1500 event, and this was straight into the finals. So we didn't have a heats for this because there weren't actually many seniors competing. Like, this was the whole field of seniors. So I think it was 8 of us, which was enough people to just put straight into a final. There was no need for us to even do a heats. But yeah, just whittling away the time. Here's the group again, me madly trying to cling onto the back. It was hard work. Yeah, definitely they were pushing the pace, but it was good for me, especially because there were 5 men in the field and 3 women, and the other 2 women were a decent amount slower than me. So I was just trying to keep up with the men as much as possible and really just push myself and cling to the back of that pack for dear life because it's a drafting sport. You really want to get as much as a draft as you can as possible. There I am. You can see I'm slightly dropping off the pack that round. Let's wait and see for me to come around again. Yep, so here's the pack, and there we go. I've been dropped by this point. My friend Nathan has now lapped the pack, which was kind of crazy, but the rest of the pack is just sticking together, holding a consistent pace. And there they go, and there's me right there on the back. So I held on for a decent amount of time, like at least 5, I reckon like 6 or 7 laps, honestly, which was really good effort. So it helped me get through most of the race, and then I just did the last little bit by myself without that drafting helping, but I'm grateful that I even stuck to the pack for any of that. I went in with no real expectations, just a goal of clinging to the pack as much as possible. So there I go back, and I have not long to go, just a couple more laps left by myself. There I go again. The ice felt pretty slow, which wasn't great. And still slowly just plodding around. 1500 feels so long when you watch it back like this, honestly. There I am. Then my friend Nathan has finished by this point, and I've still got like 1 lap left. I think this is the last lap, if I'm right. Here I am going around the last corner. You can see the rest of the pack has now finished. And here I am coming around out the corner and finished. So that was the 1500, and I ended up placing 6th. And now we're off for the 500. So this is an hour or 2 later, 500 metre heats. Sprint from the start. So as you can see, there I am in 3rd position. There were only 4 of us on the ice, and we were all pretty spread out, honestly, for the heats. We all just sprinted as much as we possibly could. The 2 guys in 1st and 2nd were much faster than me, but I was happy with what I was doing. I was just totally giving it as much as I possibly could. And then there was one more person behind me, one girl. So yeah, we were very spread out, but I was happy with my performance here, or as happy as I could be. I felt like I left it all on the ice, like I truly gave everything I could in this event. I definitely did struggle though. The ice was much slower in Brisbane than I'm used to in Melbourne. I felt like I couldn't get much glide out of the ice, so I was doing a lot of crossovers and not much gliding. Here I am, the last corner of the 500, around I go and finished. So that was the heats of the 500, and now here I am heading off for the final of the 500. You can see I'm in second position here. So this was final B. There were two finals, final A and final B. I moved on to final B, and I just held second position. The person coming in first was substantially faster than me, and the two in third and fourth. Oh, sorry, look at that wobble. Did you see that? That was not my finest moment. But luckily I saved it. I completely forgot that I did that. Madness. That's why my 500 meter time for the final was much slower than the heats, and my heats one was much slower than my PB as well, so it wasn't my best performance. And honestly, I actually felt, I don't know, kind of disappointed after this 500. It definitely was not my best 500 by a long shot, but I finished it. I managed not to fall over, so I'm happy with that. And now we're off for the 1,000 meter final. So this was actually on the Sunday. The previous races you just saw were on the Saturday, and I did actually do an 1,000 meter heats on the Saturday. However, my dad unfortunately didn't film that one. So I've only got the finals footage to show you. Here I'm in fourth position in this final by a long shot, but I was happy with how I did, holding a pretty steady pace. This is the final A for the 1,000 meters. So I ended up in the heats for the 1,000, getting a draft off my friend Jordan for the whole time, and then passing him at the end, and ended up placing second, which got me through to the final A for the 1,000. So it was really good to be able to at least race one final A, because all of the other ones were final Bs. So here I am just plodding along in the 1,000, coming down straight here, going around the corner. I was happy with my performance. I felt like I gave it my all, but my legs were full of lactic acid. Like, after racing all day yesterday, I could just feel it this day on the ice. Like, wow, my legs. They were so sore, so full of lactic acid, but I just told myself, just keep going, just finish the race. Like, this is my favorite event. So I really just enjoyed it for what it was, even though, as you can see, we were all very spread out. Like, there wasn't much racing per se, because everyone was such different abilities. And yeah, I was almost getting lapped, but just going along. There we go. Getting in lots of crossovers. Again, it's really hard to get any glide or push out of the ice. So I was doing like 3 crossovers every corner, which is unusual for me. Here I'm going down the straight. Now I believe this is my final lap. As you can see, I'm standing up a bit more. Not happy with that. Should have stayed lower, but it is what it is. Last corner here. And done. So yeah, that was just a little synopsis of my racing and what thoughts were going through my head as I was doing all of the races. I placed pretty consistently, was really happy with how I did. I like just to put it all out there on the ice. I gave it everything I could. I feel like I couldn't have done any better in the moment, which I'm happy with. I feel like that's the best way to leave a competition and a weekend of racing. So yeah, that's the Duke Trophy. That's my little analysis of what I was thinking, how I was feeling in the moment. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you want to see the vlog again, don't forget to click up on the screen wherever it pops up and watch that to see like more behind the scenes and how I was feeling leading into the competition and all that good stuff. And also the full results of the competition. Some exciting stuff happened, let's just say that. But if you did like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, turn on notifications, all those good things. Also, if you'd like to support my skating journey and make a donation to help support my training and competition costs, because being an athlete is expensive, very expensive, I would greatly appreciate that. And you can check out the links down in the description below. But yeah, that's it for today's video. I'll see you guys next week. Bye.